Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Division. I am Death from Above. I want to talk about my first impressions, and after being in 1.3 for a couple of days, I want to talk about the feelings I got, what I think about it, and how I think it's going. So, The Division just dropped update 1.3, the first real DLC with Underground for Xbox and PC on Tuesday, and I've been playing it a little bit, surprisingly enough. I haven't played it really since 1.2 came out, and I kind of got my feel of that and decided it wasn't quite what I wanted it to be, and I'll come back next time something new comes out. So 1.3 came out with Underground and other improvements in the game, new guns, new gear sets, new activities, and I gotta say, I didn't know what to think. I knew I would play it, I knew I would come back to it, I didn't know if I would enjoy it or not, but I was going to give it a chance. I always give it a chance every time something new comes out, and right now I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't know anything about it when it came out. I had stopped paying attention to the news, stopped watching the YouTube videos on it, and just thought, I'll play it when it comes out, I'll experience it, I'll see what I like, and I gotta say I like it. It's getting a good score from me so far. Not anything I want to list, but a good score so far. So, what I did is I went into the Underground. Unfortunately, I did get glitched into the Underground area, the social space. Once you load into Underground, where you can make matches and stuff, I got stuck there the first day. So it got a little bit of a negative review for me from the first day. But after I got into it, I played a little bit. I realized how much good loot you can get from it. I realized how fun it was, how easy it was to matchmake or run solo. It does scale if you're in a team or solo or with a group of 4. It does scale. So very, very interesting response from me about how I experienced it. So I got in there, got a little bit glitched, got a little bit mad, but then I was like, all right, I'm down here, I can still play it. So I played it, and I got some caches, and I started opening them. I was like, this is giving me good stuff. And it's fun. I can modify this myself. I can commit as much time to it as I want to. It's got end-game level loot. It gives you multiple options of end-game level loot, a lot of things to strive for, another leveling system. So it's kind of, to me, it's the counterpoint to the Dark Zone. The Dark Zone gives you the loot in the way that the Dark Zone does it. It's PvP enabled. The Underground gives you the same kind of loot, the same level loot. You don't have to worry about people ganking your stuff. It's not a high risk, high reward situation. It's more of a do this enough, you will get good stuff. And that's the way I like to play. I like to persevere and get good loot rather than high risk, high reward. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't happen. Maybe I'm going to get ganked, maybe I'm not going to get ganked. So really enjoy it. I feel like it is the counterweight to the Dark Zone. That honestly, this is, and I know that I'm repeating what other people have said, this is what the Division should have launched with. I don't understand why they didn't. Maybe they wanted to bring, stretch out the content releases and have new stuff all the time. But I think it more frustrated people than it made people happy, because they were like, well, why didn't you give this to us in the beginning? Or maybe it wasn't ready. I don't know. But I really am enjoying Underground. I like the sealed caches, the Underground caches, however you say it. I like the Underground loot. I like killing the bosses. I like how there's modifiers. It reminds me of old Halo days when you can put modifiers on the gameplay, do all sorts of crazy stuff. So hopefully they'll come out with more modifiers. I'm only at level 5 right now, so I've just unlocked the first one. But I have done a couple with it, and it's fun. It's neat. It changes it up just enough where it's not painful, it's not hard, but it can be if you make it that way. So I did a challenging one. I was under-leveled, and that was hard. But the hard mode is not too terribly difficult. It's challenging, but it's not impossible. Challenging was impossible at my gear score, so I'll circle around back to that later in the Underground, but we're not even going to talk about heroic. I don't understand what's going on there, but maybe if I raise my gear score, get in there, it'll be fun. But I like it because, yeah, you want to complete it, but it's not like the incursion where it's like, I've got to do it. It's more like it's like running strikes in Destiny. It's like, I'm going to do some of these, I'm going to get some good loot, I have fun doing it, I can relax and enjoy it. So that's what I'm thinking about Underground itself. As far as the 1.3 update for the Division, it's interesting to me. They have added a new incursion. I haven't experienced that yet. I have watched people play it. It looks challenging. They've added Underground. They've added new guns. I really want a G36. I wanted a G36 before the game ever came out. And now that they've just added it, and it's a little overpowered right now, but they know it, I really want to get one of those. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, Underground's getting good scores from me. I wish I had more time to play it. I am a dad with a full-time job, so I do the YouTubes because I like it. I play the games because I like them. And I talk to you guys because I like your face. So What do you guys think about Underground? Have you played any of it? Do you play The Division? What am I missing? What am I forgetting about? Oh, HVTs are good too now, because right now they're bugged out and you get the highest level loot, and the enemies are only level 30. So do all those right now if you can. If they patch it, I'm sorry you missed your chance. I need to get into those. I haven't done any of those yet, but hopefully I can get into those and get some good loot. But the loot is flowing. I feel like right now the Division is in the land that Destiny was in after they finally figured it out. It's like now the Division has put in the parts to give many players many different ways to progress, whereas when Destiny first came out, it was like you got to do the raid or you don't get nothing. Whereas, you know, now with Destiny, you can get loot any which way, all different ways, and it's fun. So the same with the Division. It came out as like, all right, if you want good loot, go to the Dark Zone. Now it's like, all right, if you want good loot, you got 6 options. You got, or 4 options. You got Incursions, you got Underground, you got HVTs, you got Dark Zone. Which one of those do you want to do? If there was just some way they could make the daily missions a little bit more rewarding, I think that would complete the puzzle. So I'm liking it. It's drawing me back in. I want to know what you think, so leave some comments, leave some feedback, and let me know. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I am Death from Above. I will see you later. See you. Bye.